I'm definitely not going to be the only chef to tell you that cooking Wagyu is our favourite ingredient in the kitchen. And I'm here in Morini to talk to Steve and Liz, everything Binnie beef. Their beautiful Wagyu farm, 7,000 acres, one of the best Wagyu producers in Australia. A lot to see, a lot to do, a lot to check out. Let's go. So, Steve, I hear you're not just a blow-in here in Morini Station. You've been here for quite some time.
Yeah, look, my wife and I started here in about 2003, but previous to that, we started here in 1898.
Wow.
So, yeah, carrying on what has been worked on before.
Tell me a little bit what it takes of the day in the life of being a farmer. You know, I come out, I see your boys and your girl out here, and is it something that you want them to take over, like to continue the legacy on?
Oh, absolutely. It's a wonderful way of life. It's challenging, but it's very peaceful as well. It's good.
Out here, you're focusing mainly on Wagyu.
Yeah, so we're 100% Wagyu, so all registered cattle. So everything's DNA verified back to Japan. We were in Herefords for 97 years. But
97 years,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, but with the better taste, the markets, we're chasing a different product. And also the Wagyu cattle are very good in that they have an early sexual maturity. They're very intelligent animals, they work the hills well. We didn't want to be subject to the markets like we were. We wanted to control our own destiny. And to do that, we needed a product which really differentiated itself in the marketplace. And Wagyu really does do that. I personally, and the rest of my family, find it quite addictive. But once you start with Wagyu, you don't go back. We sell to restaurants, we sell to internationally, to wholesalers. We also sell directly to mums and dads. We have an app, and you can just sort of press on the Binnie Beef app and order your beef, and that just, your box of beef comes and gets delivered to Sydney or Melbourne or,
Brisbane?
Brisbane, absolutely, we can do that too. So it means you can get restaurant quality beef that would usually go to the Prince in Saudi or something like that, delivered directly to you, wherever you are in Australia, in those metropolitan areas.
Oh, wow, amazing. So you and the family are addicted to eating it. I love cooking it in the restaurant. My customers love it. The hype is real, I think, with Wagyu, but why? Why is it so much different? Why is it so superior to regular beef?
Well, it is just a completely different product. It has a different omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. It melts at room temperature. The fat starts to melt at room temperature, which means that it's healthier for you. So it's about, saturated fats to polyunsaturated fats, all that sort of stuff.
Well, I just want to learn everything. I want to get in there, I want to check it out, and I want you to show me A to Z about Wagyu.
Great, let's do it.
So what an incredible process. It's just mind-blowing, the love and the care it takes to really what you put into these animals to get it tasting so good in the restaurant and for my customers. But can you just take me through, step by step, just how it all comes about, how it happens?
First of all, you've got to have a really great place for the cattle to live. On this place, it's all spring-fed creeks and natural waters. So there's no artificial anything in the product where it's coming from. We're doing artificial insemination, we're doing embryo transfer, we're doing natural mating, all of these sorts of things to get the right genetics. When you see a piece of meat on the table, the process that goes into it is so involved, and it's like 4 years in the making, 4 and 5 years in the making. So we're so far out on a limb by the time it actually gets to the customer. A lot more investment, a lot more cost, but then the quality of the product, it's just completely different. It's just two completely different products.
Well, I'm a sucker for flank steak, so got any?
We've actually got a marble screw 8 to 9 tenderloin and a marble screw 8 to 9 flap.
Oh, wow.
Especially put aside for you.
Oh, great.
Get stuck
in.
In.
Awesome. Well, let's get in the kitchen. Let's cook it up.
Yeah.
And I'll show you, make some magic with your great beef.
Awesome. Let's do it.
So Liz, tell me, how did you end up out here in 7,000 acres in the middle of the Hunter Valley?
Yeah, it's away from Sydney. I met Steve at a mutual friend's 21st. He was really honest, really down to earth, straightforward, knew what he wanted, went for it.
Did you know he was a farmer?
I didn't know that till I travelled up here. Yeah, I'm a city girl gone bush, so my concept of land and space, I didn't ask the right questions. How many head do you run? I asked, how big is the place? And when he answered, I said, how big's that? And I was quickly head over heels, to be honest.
I've had a beautiful family out
We
here.
have 4 kids now, and they all are interested in agriculture. And I think for the purpose of keeping them grounded, we'd love to have each of them have a foot in agriculture. We don't want to split this place.
Yeah.
So that's something maybe Rabo can help us with.
Yeah, well.
But, you know, they don't need a huge farm, but what it breeds in them is a sense of adventure and a boundless imagination, and there are no limitations. In farmers, I find they dream big and then they execute.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something I want to offer them.
Oh, I can tell they're all so passionate.
Yeah,
from the moment we
they are.
turned up this morning.
They're quite
They
involved.
were really involved. They really, you can tell they love the land.
Yeah.
They love, I think, what you've built here as well. And
Yeah, they're very
to me,
involved.
they seem very proud already.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what's
that's
here.
nice.
So it's such a beautiful part of the world. The farm's
a good spot.
amazing. I'm just going to get out and have a little bit. It reminds me kind of where I grew up. So I would love to
Yeah,
just have a
good.
look around. And should we try and cook something
cook
up,
something.
maybe?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have a look and we'll see what we can find.
Great.
So we've had an amazing day out here, Binnie beef, seen it start to finish, and I guess this is the encore. This is after it's finished, we get left with this beautiful flat meat that I want to teach you, just a really quick Japanese marinade, and then we'll just pop it on skewers and grill it. And I love Wagyu on skewers because you can just get it to where you want it exactly, and with a really simple kind of light, not too overpowering dressing, it really lets, especially these secondary cuts with a lot of flavour, it really lets that flavour shine and showcase the beef. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim it up, get some of this fat off, and just pretty much I can either dice it or even just little strips, and then we'll just thread it onto the bamboo skewers, and then we can just grill it over the grill really gently till it's just perfect. Take it off, rest it for a little bit, and dig in.
Beautiful.
So look at that.
Great.
Look,
Oh.
that's just amazing.
Love
It's
that.
some really unbelievable
it's all
quality. So what I'm going to get you to do a little marinade for us.
Yep.
So we'll just go some olive oil, some sake, some soy, some brown sugar, sesame seeds, some chopped green shallots, or just crush some of that garlic in there,
Yep.
and finally microplane.
Okay.
And then we'll just marinate this beef. You can just start this side, tablespoon of oil and a tablespoon of sake,
Right.
and then we'll whisk it all up,
Very good.
and then we'll get it all together.
Yeah.
So you go a tablespoon of that, perfect. The ginger in.
Yep.
So we can just go all of the soy, all of the sugar, all of the sesame. Just going to give this a little bit of a whisk. So this marinade can be made a day in advance if you really want. And the beef, we'd probably marinate it for about 4 hours just to really, really get inside that beef. But a real gentle, quick one is okay as well, like we're going to do today, to really showcase the flavour of the beef. But probably don't go over 4 hours because it'll probably become too salty. And I'm just going to go in with that beef. Give it a mix, and this is when you could just cover it, pop it in the fridge.
Yum. Oh.
I've got our grill on, barbecue's on, it's nice and hot. Got those bars nice and hot there. And now we're just going to grab a couple of these bamboo skewers, and if you want to help me, we can just go in the skewer and just almost just snake it back and forth. Let's test your skills here, mate.
Oh, it's so good. I just want to eat it.
Slither it through. So these are really cool. You can do bigger ones or you can do small ones. But I think as we're skewering, we could almost start cooking as well. So let's just, we'll just use, I got about 8 skewers there. We'll just do this whole bowl and we'll just cook and then we'll tuck in. And that's what I love about skewers. You can just continue to turn and cook and just get it till it's just perfect. The last one's going on. You can smell that soy starting to caramelize. Yeah, just getting that nice colour. That sugar's caramelizing. All those nice aromas coming off. The sesame, the soy.
So hungry.
All right, these look good. Just got a little bit of nice caramelization. I'm just gonna plate these guys up. So these you could have part of a shared meal. You can have them to start a meal. You know, don't have to necessarily eat it on the skewer either. You can just use it as a cooking method. Nice little canapé or something, little snacks when people come over for a party. And there they are, Japanese Wagyu skewers. So I hope this, this dish kind of gets you a little snapshot into what your product does back in the restaurant. And, just being out here, it's really, like I said, it's just really inspiring for me and all chefs to experience something like this. The blood, the sweat, the tears that go into providing all of this meat. Where I feel like in the kitchen we're just the middleman. You're doing all the hard work out here. So but out here, seeing your beautiful family out on the farm, looks like Australia's in good hands for a few generations to come, which is great. And Binnie beef, it's been really inspiring, really heartwarming being out here, and hope we can just always do you guys proud in the kitchen. And thanks for showing us around and introducing us, and I can't wait to come back already.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, Dave.